his charge. Meanwhile, Mark Pitts in the corner of SAKIO BIKA says, hey, we're confident with what we did in those 2 title fights last year. We think we have all the advantage here against Bute. What are they fighting for? A chance for the IBF title to fight Alejandro Barrio. If that name sounds familiar, you probably recall him. He ended up on SportsCenter, one of the plays of the day, last year on Friday Night Fights when Barrio fought Youssef Mack. And look at this, a classic highlight. He kissed him on the forehead before knocking him out. Alejandro Barrio, an all-action power puncher, has the IBF crown, and that is what Bute and Bika are going after, a chance to fight Barrio. 3 rounds in the books. Round number 4. Bute in the black trunks, Bika in the white trunks. In that last round, both men landed 12 punches. Bika was more active. He was 12 of 64. Bute was 12 of 37.
You know, I like Bika. I can't talk for the local judges here in a sold-out stadium in front of all the home crowd and backers of the local Bute. I can't speak for how their cards are going to look. But what I can say is that I like Bika in that last round, and the reason I liked him, you need distance if you're going to be successful against Bika. And if you're Bute, how do you get that distance? By using that jab you just saw then. The last 2 rounds, that jab has been missing from Bute.
The manager of SAKIO BIKA is Angelo Hyder, who has come here and brought fighters from Australia before and pulled upsets in Canada. He was very much concerned with the assignments of the judges, obviously, and referee for this fight, and fairly pleased that there are 2 American judges and 1 Montreal judge for this 12-round main event. We'll see if that holds to his form there, or if this massive crowd will continue to rally support with each and every blow that Bute lands and could affect the judges. Early on here, though, round number 4, been a good competitive bout so far.
Again, if you're a backer of the outsider, the man coming into town, Bika, you have to be happy with the way that he's been able to close the gap. Get close without a lot of resistance from Bute. Because you have to know coming in, as we reflected on early, Bika's not losing or not winning if he stays on the outside. That's where he wants to be, where he can use that strength and that brute force. Distance bad for Bika. Closeness good for Bika.
Gets back to the inside, almost a clash of heads again. A short right hand that time on the inside. Bute goes with a lead left to the body, back to the jab, follow-up right hand misses from Bika. They both opened up that time. Little hesitation from Bute.
Another headbutt.
Another one. Easily the 3rd or 4th time tonight that they've wiped at their brows after coming in together. Now Bute goes to the inside with Bika against the ropes and digs into the body with a left hand.
That headbutt, usually delivered by Bika, affected Bika late in his round.
End of 4, Bute and Bika. Teddy's all-time greatest southpaws. We have one in front of us. This list is spectacular.
But now, I'm sorry I don't have your number 1, but not a bad spot at number 2 behind the marvelous one, Marvin Hagler, Freddie Miller, Lou Tendler, maybe the greatest southpaw never to win a title. Young Corbett, Tiger Flowers, Michael Mora, and Hector Camacho Jr.
Michael Morris, first Southpaw heavyweight champion, trained by one Teddy Atlas. Round number 5 between Bute and Bika. Pernell Whitaker, number 2 on that list. Our in-studio guest tonight with Brian Kenny. The irony of that list, Marvin Hagler's stellar moment against Sugar Ray Leonard, where he opens up the fight as a righty. Average punches thrown. Through round number 4, Bika working more, 60-38. In terms of connects, Bute a 53-43 advantage.
I don't know much, but I can be almost sure that I know 2 things right now. One is that Bika's people have to be happy, as I said earlier, how he's been able to close the gap with the taller, quicker Bute. And the other thing I think that I know is that my scorecard will not reflect what the scorecards at ringside will have.
Right now, Bika up on Teddy's scorecard.
Look, he might get his way. Joe, he might get his way anyway by just fighting.
Oh, good uppercut by Bika. Right hand landed flush.
I think that Bute is fighting in too close. It might turn out right for him, but right now, where he's choosing to fight is in close, and that serves Bika. I can't believe that Bute's people would be happy with his approach right now. His attitude of being a fighter and being confident he can get it done. But as far as his choice of tactic, I'm sure that the people with Bute would rather see him use his assets of speed and long arms on the outside.
That's what Bika does sometimes, just makes a fight out of it, as he did there. Now a good body punch by Bute. Digs underneath one time, but Bika was throwing punch with punch.
You know, Bika ain't pretty, but he can be effective. His awkwardness actually works for him. He gives you shoulders, he gives you wide punches, you think you missed one, and then all of a sudden there's another one coming.
Wide that time, and Bute was able to land the left hand.
Again, you don't have to be Angelo Dundee or the late great Ray Arcel to see that if you were back on Bute, you'd want to see him on the outside more. And one way to stay on the outside is to use the jab. I don't think there's been enough jabs from Bute.
Wide sweeping right hand. Both men land right hands.
Action from the last round. We've been talking about it all night. Bika gets close, that's good. And that was a good right uppercut in close by Bika.
Moments ago, trainer Mark Pitts imploring SAKIO Bika to take advantage of the opportunity that is right in front of him here. As we are in round number 6, he said, if you're going to be a champion, Bute doesn't control you.
Again, Joe, if I'm in the corner of Bute, I cannot see enough jabs to satisfy me tonight. Jabs mean distance, and distance means Bute is fighting in the right place.
Let's bring in a guy who knew all about fighting in the right place. Hall of Famer Pernell Whitaker, our studio guest analyst tonight. Pernell, what do you see right now between Bute and Bika as to which guy has a distinct advantage?
I see the same thing Teddy sees. I see two awkward fighters and two foreign. That's the way the foreign fighters fight. You know, they're very awkward fighters. But Teddy hit it on the head. You got one man, you know, the Buka who's not jabbing. He's left-handed, and they're just swinging at each other. And, you know, and both of them are awkward, and you know, and those styles right there, you know. Like I said, I'm an American fighter, so, you know, that's a different style, and it's hard to break those foreign fighters from fighting that kind of style.
Thanks, Pernell, doing a great job tonight with Brian Kenny, and congratulations on your induction to the Boxing Hall of Fame. Pernell Whitaker with us all night with Brian Kenny.
For your number 2.
Well, just like Pernell was just touching on, you saw a little distance a moment ago. You saw some jabs from Bute. All of a sudden, you saw connection of left hands behind those jabs. All of a sudden, you saw some offense, some success from Bute. Again, when Bute's on the outside, where I think he belongs at least, and at least they have good company, Pernell thinks he belongs there, you get a chance for two things, Joe. You get a chance for Bute to get off first, use that jab while there's distance, get to Bika where Bika cannot get to him, and you also get a chance for that on the outside, for Bika to reach in and help him a little bit, create a little bit of offensive opportunities for Bute.
Right lead. Left uppercut missed. Had the opportunity against that right hand of Bika. They have hit a fork in the road in their careers.